We'll bring in Mark Lauder. He is the Chief Communications Director for America First Policy Institute. Robert Patillo is a Democrat strategist, and Deneen Borelli, a NEWSMAX contributor. Thank you all for coming on. We do appreciate that. Deneen, I'll start with you if I can. Your top line thoughts here on the Boy Scouts changing their name, a complete overhaul, a rebrand here to be more inclusive, Scouting America.
Tradition for everything is just going out the window. Now the Boy Scouts are changing their name. I'm not sure what they think they're going to gain from this. I think they should focus more on keeping predators out of the Boy Scouts because there are numerous allegations of sexual abuse. So they need to focus on keeping these young boys safe instead of changing their name.
Yeah, 80,000, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what's been reported of alleged sexual abuse, settling this more than $3 billion lawsuit for the payout for those that have accused the Boy Scouts of sexual abuse there with that, again, with the Scouts.
Oh, that's so sad. Robert, the Boy Scouts also began allowing gay youths to join in 2013. They ended that ban on gay adult leadership in 2015. And then in 2017, it started accepting girls as Cub Scouts. As of 2018, into the full Boy Scout program, which was then renamed Scouts BSA in 2019. A lot of changes over the years. Is this a win for the woke DEI culture? And is it the end of traditional America?
No. When you have a lawsuit for $3 billion after nearly 90,000 people were raped and molested, that's not about woke DEI culture. That's called a rebrand. There's a reason KFC, we'd call the KFC instead of Kentucky Fried Chicken, because fried chicken has a negative connotation. When 90,000 children are molested, the name of the organization gets a bad reputation around that, and it might be hard to get young boys and parents to allow their children to join an organization where tens of thousands of people were raped and molested. So this is not about woke DEI culture. It's about a organization realizing that they cannot stay in business with their current business model, and that as Deneen said, they need to be focusing on paying attention to the quality of the Scout leaders. Protecting children has nothing to do with quote-unquote woke DEI culture. It has to do responding to the market as it exists today.
Interesting point. Again, Mark, if you wanted to talk to that, because to Robert's point, enrollment is down by the millions if you look over time, continuing to drastically come down. Obviously, again, the sexual assault allegations, more than 80,000 that have come forward, the $3 billion lawsuit, bankruptcy. There would have to be some sort of overhaul to, again, move forward or to at least stay relevant. But is it dropping the term boy from the Scouts the way to go? On your opinion, Mark?
Yeah, no, I agree with Robert in terms of the fact that they needed to rebrand after the scandal. But the problem is I think what they're doing by throwing it all out is basically tearing down those fundamental, foundational disclaimers, opportunities for boys to be boys, girls to be girls, and to learn about various values and skills that will translate into adolescence and then on to adulthood. And so, you know, I think they probably focused on the wrong side of this rebrand on how to overcome their challenges. And I just worry that we're continuing to just merge the cultures and merge where you don't know what it means to be a boy or a girl in America anymore.
Deneen, the Boy Scouts of America, they're facing very serious accusations, like we just talked about, that multi-billion-dollar lawsuit, just the atrocities that are happening to the children who are involved in it. Do you think that the way that they're overhauling is the right way to go, right? Is just changing the name correct? Is just letting in these marginalized groups the correct way to go? Or do they need to go even deeper and really just figure out what is at the heart of their values as an organization as a whole and focus more on those?
Well, yeah, what are their values? And Mark made some really good points there in terms of letting boys be boys and changing the name. I can't see how that's going to make a difference. They have substantial problems, obviously, especially when it comes to these sexual abuse allegations. And maybe they should focus on what their programs are and what they're offering to kids. But I think parents maybe don't want their kids to go because of the problems that we have seen over the years with the Boy Scout organization as a whole.